Let's discuss that further with Daniel Patrick Welch, geopolitical analyst, joining us from Boston. Mr. Welch, welcome back to Press TV. How do you assess the UK's denial of Iran's right to uranium enrichment in light of Article 4 of the NPT, which explicitly grants all signatories the right to peaceful nuclear technology?
It calls into question the idea behind the whole charade. What is JCPOA? What is the ongoing talks with the Iranian government, between the West and Iran? How did it start? When, where is it going? And the problem is that no one zooms out enough to see these larger questions, which is the Iranian regime government is a revolutionary government that kicked out the West and kicked out the U.S., and they've been held to account for it ever since. You can put whatever Starmer wants to put, or Mendelssohn, all these, whatever dots or crosses you want to put on I's and T's, you can't cover up that initial thing. They're trying not to reach a peaceful coexistence with Iran. They do not want to recognize that Iran is a co-member of the international community. So they're going to look for every little thing to stop that accession from happening.
Mr. Welch, Iran continued engaging with the UK and Europe in good faith, even as the US torpedoed the JCPOA. What message does it send when the UK now echoes Donald Trump positions?
That's what I was just saying. That it sends the message that there's no point in talking to these people. They don't feel the West. Think of all the broken treaties that litter the landscape of the American West. I mean, these people have never been legitimate or honest or open, and it actually you use the term in good faith, and that is the sad part of the rest of the world dealing with these Western monsters. Is that everyone thinks they're taking it in good faith. They're being logical. They're looking at both sides. They're taking the other party's needs into account, and they realize that none of that is happening. This is what that China is realizing. This is what Russia is realizing, and Iran, all at the same time. It sends exactly the message that you're implying. There's no one to talk to here. We started out on something good, and now you just pulled the rug out from under it, and you're willing to go with Donald Trump, who has been the ultimate enemy of a peace deal with Iran.
Mr. Welch, Donald Trump told Zelensky that he's gambling with World War III. Don't you think that Donald Trump, with his positions around the world, not just Iran, every place that you see, Panama, Canada, and all the other places, and also the European side, they are somehow gambling with World War III if they are not paying attention to deals, as you just said?
I think that's exactly correct. Yeah, he's the one who's gambling with World War III. Look at what they've unleashed in, speaking of Zelensky, what they've unleashed right now by allowing lifting restrictions on distance that they can shoot missiles into the heart of Russia, like allowing Germany, Merz, to send Taurus missiles in and reach 500 kilometers within the outskirts of Moscow. These are very, very dangerous moves, and they don't seem to take into account exactly that gamble. That is gambling with World War III. They're doing it, like you said, with Panama, with Russia, Canada, Greenland. I mean, the whole thing is a massacre of biblical, or shall I say, U.S. foreign policy proportions, which may be worse.
Exactly. Right now, Donald Trump posted on social media what Vladimir Putin doesn't realize is that if it weren't for me, lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia, and I mean really bad. He's playing with fire. Your thoughts?
That concept of selling stupid, I think, is really, really egregious. He went to college, he went to business school. He doesn't have any right to sound like an idiot all the time. This barking, boorish, classless enemy of reality. He's doing it on purpose because he thinks it can get him votes and sell a zoot suit or an Iron Man suit that is his protection against the rest of the world. But the trouble is that it's just the newness, the absolute newest version of the American president writ large. He's the headmaster of American hegemony and American imperialism, and everyone sees right through it. He's the emperor, and he came in naked as the day is long, and there's no one saying he has clothes on outside of NATO stand. That's his problem that he refuses to address.
Nicely put. Daniel Patrick Welch, geopolitical analyst, joined us from Boston. Thank you.